Master Carpenter Matt Jackson. I'm just going to do a short video today that I'm calling How to Haul Long Lumber in a Short Truck. Let's head to the back of the pickup truck and we'll get to the long and the short of it right now. A Shortbox pickup works great for hauling the tools and supplies I need to and from the job site and to the shop. But once in a while, I need to haul extra long lumber to the job site or back to the shop to work on. And today I'm here to pick up lumber for the journeyman sawhorse build that I'll be doing soon. So I want to show you the tricks I use to haul long pieces in a Shortbox pickup. The first thing I need is a sturdy piece of lumber that'll span the bed under the rails. I keep this piece on hand, but a good sturdy 2x4 will do the trick. This piece fits across the bed and underneath the rails, and it's long enough so that it can't slide out. I also keep some short pieces of scrap 2x4 on hand, and you'll see what that's for in a minute. And I make sure to bring some of these 3 1/8 inch Torx drive construction screws. These are very tough screws and they're up to the job I need them for. I have my whole cordless tool kit with me, but all I need for this is an impact driver with the green T25 Torx bit in it and a cordless saw. I also have this custom flag that I made. It's just got a cheap C-clamp on the end, a fiberglass rod, and a bright orange flag on the end. With these things on hand, and besides a little bit of carpenter's ingenuity, the last thing I need to make this work is a good nylon strap. Notice I'm not saying bungee cords. I hate those things. This is a good nylon strap. It's not a ratchet strap, although those are good. They're a little overkill, but this is just a good nylon strap with a cinch mechanism for tightening it. So before I load the long lumber, what I do is hook the strap on one of the side hooks and just lay it across the tailgate underneath where the long boards are going to get loaded. And believe it or not, this is February 2nd in Rapid City. It's 58 degrees outside. I'm working in a t-shirt. That's pretty sweet. Once everything's set up, I just load up the pieces that I picked out. I've got one 1x8 8-foot D pine, which isn't long enough by itself to be a problem. But I also picked out these 4 1x4s 12 feet long that'll make up the legs and the supports for the journeyman sawhorse build. And even though these are just 12 feet long, I use this all the time for stuff that's 16 feet long. I actually used a very similar process to haul a 25-foot flagpole at one point, but I wouldn't recommend that. With the pieces set in place, this step is really simple, but it's important to get it right. I don't want to loop the strap around the wood like this and then tighten it, because the lumber can slide in the load by when the strap slides like this. So the whole key to this thing is to double the strap back underneath itself. Just pull up this strap here, loop this around so that the overlap part is on one side of the load. And I continue the strap across so that when I tighten this, it binds the load because the strap is tightening itself. The loose end of the strap I can just secure with an overhand knot so it doesn't flop in the breeze. The strap secures the back end of the load, but it can still flop up and down in the bed of the truck. So that's when I take a scrap, a 2x4, and mark it underneath this cross piece and cut it off. Cut it just a shade long so that it takes a force to hold it in place. and then secure it with a couple screws. So now that's all secure, and when the truck goes over bumps, the lumber can't flop around in the front, and the strap keeps it secure in the back. And that leaves the last step to attach this safety flag to the end of the boards. Good to go. And even though these are just 12 feet long and there's only 4 of them, I use the same setup and process for lumber that's 16 feet long and quite a bit more quantity. If I've got a big bundle out here, I'll take a second strap and tie it around just to keep the ends from separating, and it'll just secure them. Then I just drive with a bit of caution, keeping in mind of the traffic around and dips and bumps and railroad tracks, and I can safely transport these long pieces in that short truck with very little trouble. I hope you find this setup for hauling long lumber helpful. It beats angling it up out of the tailgate in the pickup truck or renting a trailer or something just to haul long pieces. Of course, if you've got access to a trailer, it's easier than fussing around with this setup. You could haul considerably more lumber, but generally this setup will get me by for the projects that I'm doing. So if you find this video helpful, I'll ask that you consider subscribing to Next Level Carpentry if you haven't already. If you like it, hit the thumbs up, and if you're so inclined, share it with your friends on Insta, Google, Twitface to spread the word, because that's what helps this channel grow, and I really appreciate it. As I said at the beginning of the video, this lumber is going to be used for the Journeyman Sawhorse build, which I've promised since 6 months ago. I'm finally getting around to that, and I'm excited to do the job. I want to thank my friends here at Connects Lumber and Distribution in Rapid City for letting me shoot some video in their barn today, and for having the best D pine available in a 100-mile radius. You guys are great. So I'm going to wrap it up. I think it's a nice enough day to go for a bike ride because I'm sick of shoveling snow. And until next time, get this Journeyman Sawhorse build going. Thanks for watching.